Hi everybody, welcome back, and this is Resolution of the Heart. We are doing our next chapter, and I do apologize for not having a reading last week. There's no excuse for it. I should have made it happen. I didn't, but I'm making up for it now, and it's going to be the same amount of time. I'm not going to go over time because we don't have too much more to go in this book, and it's a really good book. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, are enjoying it. And anyone new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And for those who always come back, my regular people, I do enjoy you. I enjoy your comments, and it's good to know that I'm not on here alone. Hopefully more people will pick up on this, and as time go by, I will get better and better with this with reading these books. You guys are really doing me a big favor, because even though I know this is a small, simple book, well, it's not simple in its contents, but it's a small book. I still have challenges with it and all the other material, the Sanskrit. I'm just trying to bring myself back up to speed. I definitely, well, not only, it's also helping me to mature spiritually also. But I am trying to bring myself up to speed. I can't believe I used to love reading books, but I didn't read them out loud. And I have went through so many books that have actually, I have to say, have helped me overcome so many things, even things I didn't know I was overcoming. Have you ever been in that situation? You do stuff, but you're not quite sure why you're attracted to a certain thing, like maybe going to different seminars and this and that, and you're not quite sure, but you just have that interest for it. Well, then that was me, and I had a lot of self-help books, a lot of all kind of books. And the funny thing is, out of a lot of the seminars I went to, it always seemed like they were holding something back. It was like, where is the ta-da, the click? When is it going to come? You know, and a lot of times when you go to seminars, it's really always based on money, or getting more money, or getting more things. There's nothing wrong with that, but that still that didn't satisfy the need in me. And I went to many of those and all that kind of stuff. And I've never been like a money hungry person. Whatever I did because I had to do, or wanted to provide something for my kids, or I just liked it. When I was in the real estate business, as a loan officer, I just liked doing what I did once I found a purpose in it, because you have to find a purpose in it, something to keep you going, especially like real estate. Now, if you're a money hungry person, it's no problem, but if you're not, then it's a little issue there, because I'm not motivated by money, and I had to find that niche, and I did, and that's what helped me stay there so long. But there still always was this yearning within me. And out of all the seminars, all the different churches, all the wonderful things that I have enjoyed, this here, this is wrap it all up for me. It just wraps it all up. It's so good, and they're so it's not only, it's so strengthening. If you need that strength, this has given me the strength that I didn't know I had. And Krishna will make you fearless. He will make you fearless. I'm not going to go any further. That is just my little how I feel, and I hope you guys will return again and again and again, and leave comments and everything else. So we are on chapter, I'm looking at the time. If you see me look up, that's what I'm looking. I want to stay on time. We are on chapter 4, the roads of the foolish and the wise. I'm going to try to speak up. Do have a little yickety yickety throat going on here. So, and I need to make sure my light is good. So I'll be going this way. So, Krishna is thus explaining himself as he is. Yet, we are not attracted to him. Why is this? The reason is given by Krishna itself. Pay attention now. Why are we not attracted to Krishna? Okay? He knows everything, so he's going to tell us why. The divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Gita 7:14. The material world is pervaded by the three qualities of material nature. All living entities are influenced by these qualities. If they are primarily influenced by the mode of goodness, they are called Brahmanas. And if they are influenced by the mode of passion, they are called Kshatriyas. If they are influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance, they are called Vyasa, V-A-S. Y-A-S, Vyas, I guess that's how you say it, or Vyasa, and that Y is an I. And if they are influenced by ignorance, they are sutras. This is not an artificial imposition due to birth or social status, but according to guna, or the mode of nature under which one is operating. Okay, did y'all get that one? So it's not about your birth, okay? It's about the social status, but it's according to the guna, or the mode of nature which one is operating. So whatever mode of nature we're operating in. So just because you're black doesn't mean you're ignorant, or just because you're Latino doesn't mean you're ignorant, or just because you're white, I'm sorry, forgive me, or European descent does not mean you're right, okay? And all in between, there's a whole, we come in multitude of colors like the flowers, and so it's not about the race or our birth, Let's go on. And if I have said anything wrong or something, definitely, or you need to know more, leave a comment below. I do apologize for anything that may come out of me that might be incorrect. So I do say that beforehand, and I pray that all this reading come out good for both of us. And if you want more about this book, or you want a book about the Gita, let me know. Okay, back to what we were saying. According to the three modes of nature and work ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Gita 4:13. It is not that the system refers to the perverted caste system in India. Sri Krishna specifically states, Guna Karma Vibhagesya. Men are classified according to the guna, or the mode under which they are operating, and this applies to men all over the universe. When Krishna speaks, we must understand that whatever he says is not limited, but is universal. True, I hope I come back to that, something I read the other day. Universal. He claims to be the father of all living entities, even the animals, the aquatics, the trees, the plants, the worms, the birds, the bees are all claimed to be his sons. Sri Krishna asserts that the entire universe is illusioned by the interaction of the three qualities of material nature. We are under the spell of that illusion. Therefore, we cannot understand what God is. What is the nature of the illusion? How can it be overcome? That is also explained in the back of the Gita. This divine energy of mind consists of three modes of material nature. It is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered to me can easily cross beyond it, stated in Gita 7:14. No one can get rid of the entanglement of the three qualities of material nature by mental speculation. The three gunas are very strong and are hard to overcome. Can't we feel how we are in the grip of material nature? The word guna, mode, also mean rope. When someone is bound by the three strong ropes, he is certainly very tightly secured. Our hands and legs are bound by the strong ropes of goodness, passion, ignorance. Are we therefore to abandon hope? No, for here Sri Krishna promised that whoever surrenders unto him is at once free. When one becomes Krishna conscious, whether in this way or that way, he becomes free. We are all related to Krishna, for we are all his sons. A son may have a disagreement with his father, but it is not possible for him to break the relation. In the course of his life, he will be asked who he is, and he will have to reply, I am the son of so and so. That relation cannot be broken. We are all the sons of God, and that relationship with him is eternal, but we have simply forgotten. Krishna is all powerful, all famous, all wealthy, all beautiful, all knowledgeable, and he is full of renunciation as well. Although we are friends of such a great personality, we have forgotten it. If a rich man's son forget his father, leaves home and become mad, he may lie on the street to go to sleep, or he may beg money for food. But all of this is due to his forgetfulness. If, however, someone gives him information that he is simply suffering because he has left his father's home, and that his father, a very wealthy man, an owner of vast properties, is anxious to have him return, the person is a great benefactor. In this material world, we are always suffering under the threefold miseries. The miseries arise from the body, and the mind, from other living entities, and from natural catastrophes. Being covered by illusion, by the modes of the material nature, we do not take account of these miseries. However, we should always know that in the material world we are undergoing so much suffering. One has sufficiently developed consciousness who is intelligent inquires why he is suffering. I do not want misery. Why am I suffering? When these questions arise, there's a chance to become Krishna consciousness. As soon as we surrender ourselves to Krishna, he welcomes us very cordially. It is just like a lost child who returns to his father and says, My dear father, due to some misunderstanding, I left your protection, but I have suffered. Now I return to you. The father embraces his son and says, My dear son boy, come on. I was so anxious for you all the days you were gone, and now I am so happy you have come back. The father is so kind. We are in the same position. We have to surrender to Krishna, and it is not very difficult. When the son surrenders to the father, it is a very difficult job. When the son surrendered to the father, is it a very difficult job? It is very natural, and the father is always waiting to receive the son. There is no question of insult. If we bow down before our Supreme Father and touch his feet, there is no harm for us, nor is it difficult. Indeed, it is glorious for us. Why should we not? By surrendering to Krishna, we come immediately under his protection and are relieved of all miseries. This is validated by all scriptures. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, "Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear." Gita 8:66. When we throw ourselves at the feet of God, we come under his protection, and from that time on, there is no fear for us. When children are under the protection of their parents, they are fearless because they know that their parents will not let them be harmed. Krishna promised that those who surrender to him have no cause for fear. If surrendering unto Krishna is such an easy thing, then why don't people do it? Instead, there are many who are challenging the very essence of God, claiming that nature and science are everything, and that God is nothing. So-called advancement of civilization and knowledge means that the populace is becoming more mad. Instead of being cured, the disease is being increased. People don't care for God, but they care for nature. And it is nature's business to give kicks in the form of the threefold miseries. She is always administrating these kicks 24 hours a day. However, we have become so accustomed to being kicked that we think it is all right and consider it to be ordinary course of things. We have become very proud of our education, but we tell material nature, "Thank you very much for kicking me. Now please continue." Thus, deluded, we think that we have conquered material nature. But how is this so? Nature is still inflicting upon us the miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death. Has anyone solved these problems? Then what advancement have we really made in knowledge and civilization? We are under the stringent rules of material nature, but still we are thinking that we have conquered it. We really do. But still we are thinking that we have conquered. This is called Maya. There may be some difficulty in surrendering to the Father of this body, for he has limited knowledge and power, but Krishna is not like an ordinary father. Krishna is unlimited and full of knowledge, full of power, full of wealth, full of beauty, full of fame, and full of renunciation. Shouldn't we consider ourselves lucky to go to such a father and enjoy his property? Yet no one seems to care about this. And now everyone is making propaganda that there is no God. Why do people not seek him out? The answer is given in the next verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake in the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Gita 7:15. In this way, the fools are categorized as, I'm going to say that, Dustriti is always acting against the scriptural injunction. The business of current civilization is to break scriptural rules, which is so true. No, so many people are just gone off the roof. It's just so true. And I won't say at a time I've been one of those persons, okay? We all have fallen under Maya's illusion, but the good thing is we can wake up, and we do wake up with the grace of God and because we want to. Sometimes the misery is so bad to where you want a way out, but not suicidal. You pray, and if you're sincere in heart, hopefully you will come by a devotee, or you meet someone who might be reading a book or talking about God, and it just changed your world, and you want to partake of that. That's my little point there. So, in this way, the foods are categorized as daskriti. It is always acting against the scriptural injunctions. The business of current civilization is to break scriptural rules. That's all. By definition, a pious man is one who doesn't. There must be some standard to distinguish between a daskriti, an evildoer, and a suskriti, a virtuous man. Every civilized country has some scripture. It may be Christian, Hindu, Muslim, or Buddhist. That doesn't matter. The point is that the book of authority, the scripture, is there. One who does not follow the injunctions is considered an outlaw. Another category mentioned in the verse is mudhai, or mudhai. Fool number 1. The Naradama is one who is low in the human scale, and the Maya Parati jhana refers to one whose knowledge is carried away by Maya or illusion. Asharam Bhavam Istrita. I'm probably saying that all wrong, Sanskrit. There, to those who are out and out atheists, although there is no disadvantages to surrendering into the Father. See, I like that. There is no disadvantages to surrendering. You don't lose anything. You actually gain more. I like that. There are certainly punished, let's see, so there is no disadvantage to surrendering into the Father. People who are thus characterized never do. As a result, they are constantly punished by the agent of the Father. Agents with an S of the Father. They have to be slapped, caned, kicked severely, and they have to suffer, just as the Father has to chastise the unruly boy. So material nature has to employ certain punishments. At the same time, nature is nourishing us by supplying food and other necessities. Both processes are going on because we are the sons of the wealthiest Father of all. And Krishna is kind even though we do not surrender unto him. Yet despite being furnished so well by the Father, the Duskriya still perform unsanctioned actions. One who is foolish if he persists in being punished. Let me say that again. One is foolish if he persists in being punished. And one is low on the human scale if he does not use his human form of life to understand Krishna. If a man does not use his life to reawaken the relationship he has with his real Father, he is to be considered fallen in the human scale. Animals simply eat, sleep, defend, have sexual intercourse, and die. They do not avail themselves of higher consciousness because that is not possible in the lower forms of life. If a human being follow the activities of the animals and does not avail himself to elevate his consciousness, he falls down the human scale and prepares for an animal body in his next life. By the grace of Krishna, we are given a highly developed body and intelligence. But if we do not utilize them, why should He give them to us again? We must understand that this human body has developed after millions and millions of years of evolution, and that in itself it is a chance to get out of the cycle of birth and death, in which over 8 million species of life evolves. This chance is given by the grace of Krishna, and if we do not take it, or if we're there are we wait a minute, if we do not take it, are we not the lowest among men? One may be a degree holder, a MA, a PhD, etc., from some university, but the illusory energy takes away the mundane knowledge. He who is really intelligent will apply his intelligence to understand who he is, who God is, what material nature is, why is he suffering in material nature, and what is the remedy to the suffering. We may apply our intelligence to manufacture a automobile, radio, television for sense gratification, but we have to understand that this is not knowledge. Rather, this is plundered intelligence. Intelligence given to man to understand the problem of life, but is being misused. People are thinking they have acquired knowledge because they know how to manufacture and drive cars. But before the car was here, people were still going from one place to another. It is just that the facility has been increased. But along with the facility come additional problems: air pollution and overcrowded highways. This is Maya. We are creating facilities, but these facilities in their turn are creating so many problems. Instead of wasting our energy to supply ourselves with so many facilities and modern amenities, we should apply intelligence to understand who and what we are. We do not like to suffer, but we should understand why suffering is being forced upon us. By so-called knowledge, we have simply succeeded in manufacturing the atomic bomb. Thus, the killing process has been accelerated. We are so proud to think that this is advancement of knowledge. But if we can manufacture something that can stop death, we have really advanced in knowledge. Death is already there in the material nature, but we are so eager to promote it by killing everyone at one drop. This called Maya Ye Praktri, jhana, knowledge carried away by illusion. The Asuras, the demons, and proclaimed atheists actually challenge God. If it were not for our Supreme Father, we would not see the light of day. So what is the point of challenging him? In the Vedas, it is stated that there are two classes of men: the devas and the asuras, the demigods and the demons. Who are the devas? The devotees of the Supreme Lord are called devas, D-E-V-A-S, devas, because they also become like God, whereas those who defy the authority of the Supreme are called the asuras, A-S-U-R-A-S, or demons, asuras. These two classes are always found in human society. Just as there are 4 types of miscreant who never surrendered to Krishna, there are 4 types of fortunate man who worship him, and they are categorized in the next verse. O best, O best among the Bharatas, Arjun. You guys have to go back and find out who Arjun is. Four kinds of pious men render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. That's found in the Gita 7:16. The material world is full of distress, and both the pious and the impious are subject to it. The cold of winter treats everyone alike. It does not care for the pious or the impious, the rich or the poor. The difference between the pious and the impious, however, is that the pious man thinks of God when he is in his miserable condition. Often, when a man is distressed, he will go to church and pray, "Oh, my Lord, I am in difficulty. Please help me." Although he is praying for some material necessity, such a man is still to be considered pious because he has come to God in his distress. Similar, a poor man may go to church and pray, "My dear Lord, please give me some money." On the other hand, the inquisitive are usually intelligent. They are always researching to understand things. They may ask, "What is God?" and then conduct scientific research to find out. They are also considered pious because their research is directed to the proper object. The man in knowledge is called jhana, Jani, one who has understood the constitutional position. Such a jhana may have an impersonal conception of God, but because he is taking shelter to the ultimate, the supreme absolute truth, he is also to be considered pious. These four types of men are called Sukrti, Sukrti, Sanskrit, Sukrti, pious because they are all after God. 30 minutes is up. Sorry, you guys. I'm on page 52. So, I hope that was okay. Yeah, we got 2 pages left. Anyway, thank you for being here. That was very interesting to it brought something to my eyes how we can be wasting our time. We have all this advancement and these things are just, we're wasting our time with them, you know. I think yeah, we're wasting our time spending so much time on other activities than to actually find out who is God. Why are we here? Why so much misery going on either in our own mind, our own health, or things, you know, from other people, or what's going on in the world nature. I mean, there was a bit of reading about how, you know, we can think that, you know, a nuclear weapon, you know, how that's progress, and it's not progress. You know, we can look at all the things that we have, yes, and it does make life easier, but we also have the consequences behind those actions, you know, like the freeway, the driving, and now along with all this advancement is like road rage and all the things that come along with what we call advancement, you know, because we're missing that one element. We're missing God in our life, you know. I'm going to let you guys go. I can go on and on and on, but I will not. I hope you enjoyed it. It opened my eye up. I heard a few things that I heard that really touched me, but I didn't want to stop. So I will see you guys on the next reading. I hope you have a wonderful week, the rest of your week. And I have to be here on time next week. Until next week, bye.